place your bets here. See where we think the patch is gonna be at, okay? I'm gonna be your bookie. We've got 20 minutes. I don't actually know when the patch notes are gonna be out. So who thinks Braum is gonna get nerfed? I'm gonna give you 1 to 15 odds. Who's taking those odds? Braum's gonna get nerfed. Place your bets now, boys. Yeah, me neither, guys. Me neither. All right. I've trained you guys well. You guys are so fucking pessimistic. Holy shit. What the hell? Okay. God damn. All right. Who's ready for the next one? Who thinks Willivian is going to 5 mana? Place your bets now. I'm gonna give you 1 to 25 odds. Yeah, right. Ooh, Man, I'm so ready to be disappointed, dude. No way. Yeah. No way indeed. No way indeed. Alright, guys. Next up, who thinks Basilisk Rider is getting nerfed? That one's actually decently likely. I might actually take that bet. Oh, now I think you guys are just being edgy. Come on, that one, I actually think that one's gonna get nerfed. It's like super high play rate, super high win rate, like even from the start of the patch. Do you want me to translate? Translate? I'm fluent in Turkish. Is that what the language is called? I know all the... Listen, I can carry a fucking conversation, you fucking hablerer. Okay? I've got so much fucking guck. I don't need a translator. Problem with discard is... Oh! Yo! Wait! It's happening! Guys, I refreshed enough! Yo! Heimerdinger 3 mana, but Buyaliter, Arctic, Ortaya... Asama 3 Doruk. Okay, I'm gonna need a translator here, guys. 4-1-6 Aban 3-1. It looks like they're changing around the turrets. They're changing this. They're swapping around 3 turrets. The 3-1, the 4-1, and the 6-1. But okay, so they're making the elusive one 4 mana? Wait, what is it? Just use Google Translate. Is the English one out yet? Elusives are 6 mana right now. Hang on, we've got Turkish translators in chat. It's okay, so the elusive is the 6 mana one, the fearsome is the 3 mana one, and the overwhelm is the 4 mana one, huh? That's interesting. Wow, they're giving the elusive 6 attack? That's kind of funny. This is a big nerf, I think. What are the 6 mana spells? You'll have to like... Yeah, that is a big nerf. This is like a huge nerf. For sure. I will say, like, Heimerdinger did not end up as meta defining as people initially thought. Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, everyone was complaining, including myself. But Heimerdinger has really like fallen off in a crazy way. I do think the card design is still, you know, fairly unhealthy and fairly polarized. And I'm very interested to see how this fits in. Braum is losing 1 gook, so he's going down to 0 gook and 5 can. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And he's still getting like the +1 on the level up. So Braum is like absolutely crazy. This was by far the strongest champion in the game. Everyone saw this coming. Nobody's surprised. This is like Grizzled Ranger all over again. Honestly, at 0... he's still probably gonna be pretty good. Like, this probably doesn't end up changing him, like, terribly much. But it is a notable nerf. It is a notable nerf. This card's still gonna be competitive. Okay. Anivia loses 1 on the egg. Not a huge nerf. It makes it a little easy to kill the Anivia. Overall, I don't think Anivia is really a competitive card, and I don't think it ever was. People were running it for, like, a week or 2 after the patch notes before everyone realized that the deck was just getting carried by Braum anyway, And then they were like, well, wait, why don't we run Braum with other things that don't suck? And then they were like, whoa, that's so much better. Anivia blows. Okay. Relentless Pursuit goes to slow. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. It's not a huge nerf. It's like, it's a really, really small nerf. For the most part, this actually won't matter. But it just does make it like, it's a little bit, basically, the only thing this really matters, it almost never matters. This matters a lot less than you guys think. But the one case it really, really matters is when you're trying to chain a pursuit to the opponent's spell. When you're against Demacia, sometimes it feels like you can't play like fast speed spells because the opponent could just chain pursuit and you like lose your attack. That's kind of like awkward. This is just like a slight nerf. Card's still good. Okay, Arena Bookie. It's getting 2 battle, so it's a 2-mana 2/2. Okay, 2-mana 2/2. Wow. So Arena Bookie, now a 2-mana 2/2. This card is maybe all right now. I will say it does look like a huge buff. It does look like a really, really large buff. But I was actually talking with a friend the other day, and we both collectively realized that if Bookie cost 1 mana, because it was a 3-mana 2/1, right? Even if it was a 1-mana 2/1, it would still probably be bad. Like, think about it. As a 2-mana 2/2, I would say it has a chance. I still think this is unlikely to be a good card, unfortunately. Okay. Basilisk Rider goes down to 4 attacks. So now with the Overwhelm, it'll be a 5 attack. This is a good change, I think. It smoothens it out a little bit. I'm not a fan of Allegiance in general. It's hard to say how good the card is now. It's definitely a lot worse. But it depends on the rest of the package. Noxus is getting more nerfed. Okay. Crimson Disciple, 2/1. It's only dealing 1 damage? Do I have this right? Is this, or this is like a spot the difference between these pictures puzzles. Yeah, it's literally just doing 1 damage. That's huge, holy shit! And then Grenadier is doing 1 damage too? Huge rip aggro, dude, what the hell? Damn, man. A Grenadier does get 1 extra point of health, which, like, don't get me wrong, that is a pretty big difference. Man, I'm not sure if I like this change in particular. I like nerfing these two. I kind of liked Grenadier's sort of, like, unique stat line. Like, the 2-mana 3/1, you had to, like, do some unique things because there was a 2-mana 3/1. It's like, sometimes you'd have to mulligan this away. Sometimes you'd have to, like, save certain resources for the 2-mana 3/1. Now, this card just feels sort of, like, vanilla now. Flash of Brilliance is going to 4. Okay, so Heimer is super dead. Holy shit. What? Okay, Heimer is just gone. Sump Treasure. Battle 2/3. Wait, hang on. The words are different here. Benny Onemiak Ichin. 1 cart Atarison. But here's 1 cart Sekerson. 1 cart Sekerson. So cart obviously means card. Atarson means discard. Sekerson means draw. It's discard and draw. It's like Zonite Urchin, I think. Would make the most sense. Can I have confirmation on that? English version is out. Okay. We'll switch to the English version. As funny as the meme is, this is probably a little bit painful to you guys. We can get the English version now that it's out. Okay. Some treasure. Oh shit, I was right. It is draw. Dude, I'm a nutty translator. Holy shit. I'm fluent in Turkish. Okay. So, it's discard 1, draw 1. And it goes from 2 mana to 3. So this is a huge buff. Holy shit. That's gigantic. One mana for 1 draw is absolutely huge. You would always take that. So now it's just like a 3/4/3 that has the plus benefit of like cycling a card, which is really, really nice. Zonite Urchin. Okay, so they're doing the same thing. Instead of the last breath, this is also a buff. The really big problem with Zonite Urchin, like this card was really, really, really bad. The biggest reason this card was bad is because you have to pay up front just to get it back, like just to potentially get your money back later on, right? It's not what you want because the last breath sometimes doesn't trigger for like a few turns. Now it's just a simple like discard 1 and draw 1. So it's like the rummage effect basically. This could be pretty good. I'm gonna have to evaluate this discard stuff later. Shadow Assassin loses 1 power. Wow. So for a while, a lot of people who were talking about Shadow Assassin nerfed, the most common suggestion was make it a 2-1. Dude, at a 1-2, losing 1 power is so huge. This card just got huge nerfed, man. This is crazy. Like, that is such a gigantic nerf that it goes to 1 power. I'm not even sure you play this anymore. Steel Tempest goes to 2. What? Okay. Steel Tempest buff. Alright. At 2 mana. So in my head, in like a Karma Ezreal deck, I'm comparing this to like Health Potion. It's like a cheap way to heal a little bit. So you're paying 1 more mana compared to Health Potion, but you're usually getting a little more health. This is actually going to start seeing experimentation in that kind of deck for sure. I would say a lot of people look at this and they see it as like a Yasuo buff just because Yasuo is like the card. I think it's, yeah, maybe a bit, but you could run this in like a lot of Ionia decks potentially. River Shaper gets 1 health. Okay, this card is still bad, not even close. Will of Ionia! Yo! Dude! It happened! Will of Ionia is nerfed! It's 5 mana! You all bet it wouldn't be! I made so much bank! No, seriously! Holy shit! So I will say, I've been on the record, I knew for a fact Will of Ionia would get nerfed. The reason for that, no, not this patch. I knew Will of Ionia would eventually get nerfed. Because obviously it has to, and the devs will eventually realize that. So I've been like running for the past like 2 or 3 patches. It's always just been a matter of, is this the time? Is this the patch? And I will say, I did not expect this for another month. For 1 more month or so. They did it. They nerfed Will of Ionia. Oh my god. Okay. So for a lot of you guys who are like majorly Stockholmed on this card and are now like decrying this card as your lord and savior and starting a religion around the sacrifice of this card, let me just go ahead and like actually explain how this is gonna go. It's gonna be very similar to like when Deny got nerfed +1 mana. It's still going to be a card that exists on the competitive level and has the ability to stop certain things from being super OP, but it'll be run more like those ratios. It's not going to be an auto 3 of. In some metas, it'll be a 3 of, sometimes a 2 of, sometimes a 1 of, maybe in some decks a 0 of. Okay. So it's going to be like right in line with Vengeance, where it's like, think about Vengeance when you're building a Shadow Isles deck. You know, sometimes you still do want 3 of it. Sometimes 2 of, sometimes 1 of. It's gonna be a card that actually has like a decision point and doesn't oppress the meta. It's gonna be perfectly fine at 5 mana, guys. Guys, this card didn't die for your sins. It's not going anywhere, okay? It's okay, guys. It's okay. Stockholm Syndrome is a real affliction. Thousands of people get affected by it every year. You're not alone. Golden Narwhal goes to a 2 mana 2/3. Woo! I will say, this card is better than it looks. This card is better than it looks. It actually is. I've actually long been wanting to use Narwhal. Man, do I just do elusives in Bilgewater now? It's like Ionia is getting nerfed, Narwhal is getting buffed. Is it time? Is it time? 2 mana 2/3 elusive. That's really not bad. You could actually think about running that and stuff. Hunting Fleet goes to a 4/6/6. Ooh, do we think this is going to be decent? Hunting Fleet is a little hard to use, but it does have some properties that are close. I want to point out, this is fundamentally an offensive card. You want to use this on attacking turns. It's really important. So if you use this on a defending turn, then your opponent gets an attacker for free and like the free action to develop it, right? But if you use this on an attacking turn, then because the Narwhal has vulnerable, you get to dictate what it fights into, and the fleet can often get a free attack as well. And now that the Narwhal has 3 health, you can just send any 3 attack unit into it, and then you get your free attack with a 6/6 for Hunting Fleet. I do think that it is just too fundamental a weakness of this card that it is so bad to play on defensive turns, period. I think the single fact that it feels terrible to play on a defensive turn and only can be decent to play on an offensive turn is just too fundamental of a weakness. So I don't think this card will end up being good. Personalization. In addition to a ton of new cosmetics, details, epic tier board, Festival Shrine immerses you tappable interactive elements and unique reactions to gameplay. Oh, so it'll be like Hearthstone. Man, my best memories in Hearthstone were just like playing fucking Control Warrior while farming my triple golden radishes. Who here knows what I'm even talking about? But man, dude, tappable boards can actually be pretty fun in a stupid way. Alright. Because the thing is, when you get your 3 golden radishes, do you know how much Reddit karma you just got? Post that shit, brother. Okay. Deck bundles. We're adding our first deck bundle to the score. Relentless Raiders. Broadside your opponent. Broadside your opponent with this ready to play plunder deck? What the fuck does broadside mean? Ezreal would sometimes gain level up progress. Wait a second. I saw a clip. I think it was Gummy who like had an Ezreal that just like leveled out of nowhere when it shouldn't have. That was pretty funny. I've never seen that otherwise though. Okay, now let's go back to the top where we kind of scrolled some of the actual event stuff. Okay, balance in 1.6. Let's read the notes. When designing and balancing LOR, we strive to set up players to dictate the metagame by giving them a variety of tools to adapt to and solve novel challenges. Well, we're seeing a healthy range in the certain pervasive archetypes, elusives, Ionic Control, Heimerdinger, Noxus-based aggro, have proven too consistently powerful in a way that's limiting meaningful decision-making both in and out of game. Left unchecked, this restricts deck-building choices, crowding out poorly positioned strategy, and inhibiting players' ability to adapt over time. So what they're saying is like certain things being too powerful is a bad thing. Got it. Several of the changes you'll see below are targeted at powering down these archetypes in specific ways. While we generally reserve nerfs for decks that cross win rate threshold, this patch we're making adjustments to cards that are not statistically overpowered but represent pervasive health risks. This is the single best line in this entire... You guys are all like jerking off over these patch note lines, and I'm just looking at this and I'm like, oh god, they're doing it. This is so much better. This single line literally restores my faith in the future of this game. Like, it's this line. This line is so important. If you guys watched my like 6-hour game design deep dive, this is exactly everything I'm talking about. This is so important to the future of the game. Like, design by win rate is never ever good. This is so good. This is so good. In a similar vein, the patch also includes tweaks to several discard units, satisfaction, and usability. I wonder if discard is going to be decent now. And then here's the Spirit Blossom Festival, a month-long thematic experience featuring a new lab, event pass, special quests, and a ton of new personalization items. So new lab is pre-constructed decks, extra Nexus health, units pass on stats? What?
Basically 180.
Wait, what is this? I don't know what that phrase means. Okay. Rewards, free for all players, multi-part quests, exclusive rewards. Spirit Blossom Event Pass, premium cosmetic items, instantly unlock the Kit Guardian. What's the point of a cosmetic if everyone gets it? God. If everyone's super, nobody is. Play to unlock more. Yeah. Okay. So, this is it. The cinematic. Do we have a cinematic for this? Let me go ahead and pull this up. The Spirit Blossom. Hang on. Is that Yasuo? Dude, he's really fucking girly. I had no idea. Like, I knew this was like an effeminate dude, but Jesus Christ. This is very peaceful.
The dragon binds us.
Oh, they're gonna show us the clickable elements. Beyond the Veil.
What is gained when we return malevolence?
Dude, this is actually some weeb shit.
Destination. I'll tell you when I get there.
This is so relaxing. Bandle Scouts code, deal... Okay, so there's a bunch of quests that are like... Oh god, I'm gonna have to like look at this loading screen. It's images like this that really make you question your sexuality. Who's feeling me right now? Don't fucking lie to me! Weaves rise up. Hell yeah, brother. Right, dude. Wait, why is this Zed so big? Is this the lab? Where does your spirit wander?
We each hold a world within.
Oh, you can click on the flowers and... Okay, this is like the most lame interactable board I've ever fucking seen. They're clicking on like the flowers and they're doing like a whoop. Whoop. He clicked on the branch and it moved. The fuck is this? Like, wait, what? Okay, never mind. None of the balance changes matter. None of the balance changes matter at all. The board literally is just like, it moves the twig when you click on it. 0 out of 8. This patch blows. What the hell? What was that? Epic quests and petals. Fill these limited time event quests to earn petals. Progress along the event path and unlock exclusive Spirit Blossom rewards. What do you get for petals? Oh shit. Oh, damn. Festival Kit Guardian Premium. So you need to collect 270 petals by the end of the event. Well, I guess we have an incentive to grind out for these emotes. Are these are limited time? Dude, Pog. We finally have limited time cosmetics. They're doing it. We have to grind it out to get these cosmetics. It's now or never, boys. This is What is this called? FOMO? Yeah, time to fucking inject us all with FOMO, boys. Grind time? Grinds artificial scarcity. That's what we got. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, we've got the 1 of 6 Spirit Blossom decks. This is a weird lab. 30 health and units just like buff each other in hand. That's interesting to try out. Okay, so that looks like it's basically it. Is there any big thing we're looking? Ooh, this emote, this 260 petals emote could be good. We haven't seen the animation on this yet, right? I'm looking at this. Let's go ahead and enhance. Hang on. Check it out. Look at this. Look at this emote. We haven't seen it animated. This could be good. It looks like it's a bit of a question mark. A lot of FAQ. Will future events be like this one? Yeah. How much is this battle pass? Oh, $10. Oh, what a ripoff. No, I'm gonna buy this. I don't know about you guys. Pay to participate. It's free for every player. So to get all these cosmetics, you need. So this is the event pass, right? All of these cosmetics. I think the Kit Guardian is gotten for free or something. But everything past that, you need this $10 event pass for. That's huge. $10 is a steal. No, I know. I actually like this. I'm down with it. Okay, pick which pass. Spirit Blossom items ever come back. Possibly, but we have no plans to bring them back anytime soon. Man. So this is it, guys. Look. They've said the exact like 11-word sentence that you need to hear. They're covering their asses if they ever do it again, but they're also saying, grind it out, boys. Get this shit. It's never coming back. As far as you know. And, you know, I play the game enough to get all the cosmetics anyway. So, suck on that. I think this patch is really good. I'll dick suck the hell out of this patch. We got everything. I am so pleasantly surprised that they're nerfing Will and Braum. If you had asked me, I would have said, Braum's pretty much not getting nerfed. We're gonna have to live with this shit. honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Will, you know, I can tank Will, because, like, look, listen, I've waited, like, a year for Will to get nerfed. I can wait another month. Braum, if they hadn't nerfed Braum, and I didn't think they were going to, I would have just straight up Mogwide out of here. I would have, like, actually just, like, I would have started streaming, like, 2 days a week, probably, you know, and not even saying anything about it in this case. I would have just been like, fuck, man. I am so, you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea how happy I am that they nerfed Braum. I love this patch. This is great. Braum and Will both got the change they needed. And in addition to that, they nerfed a lot of the different top tier strategies. When you look at a tier list, this one's outdated. Ignore this. I'm going to update this tomorrow. But when you look at good decks, literally all of these decks are getting nerfed. Literally, like, every good deck is getting nerfed, right? Think about that. Including, like, you know, Heimer and Karma Ezreal, depending on, like, you know, where your tier list is at. Like, everything is getting nerfed. Now, what I think that this will basically always lead to, like, the most diverse metas we see in card games. There was one meta a couple of patches ago where basically everyone agreed it was, like, the best meta in Runeterra by far. And it was off the back of a balance patch where they, across the board, nerfed everything in tier 1. And it was so good. It was so good as a meta because nobody really knew what to play. Because everyone nerfed tier 1. So when all the tier 1 decks are, like, nerfed, suddenly it's like, oh man, there's so many different things you can do, right? There's so many different ways we can play now. Some of you guys are saying, like, stuff like Ashe or Tempo Sejuani. Yeah, there's some of these decks that are, like, somewhat standouts, but I think it's going to be less clear-cut than you guys think. The thing is, it's not really about, like, just the top things coming down and the things replacing them. It's when they nerf everything in tier 1, the meta takes a gigantic shift. So we might think, like, Tempo Sejuani or Ashe Sejuani will be the king, but they very, very easily might not be, right? There's a lot that's going to be, like, there's a lot of moving parts. Everything's going to shift. And for the first, like, week or two, diversity is going to feel, like, really, really just widespread and everything's going to feel viable, I think. And I think this is going to be a really, really great patch and a really great meta because of that. Also, I'm going to be updating Meta Mondays. There's going to be a huge overhaul. The site is going to get a couple of additional features for the meta sheet, and everything is going to be updated with the tiers tomorrow. So it's going to be a huge update. Tiers are going to be shifted around really majorly, and it'll be very interesting a process. I'm going to spend a ton of hours, like, you know, preparing with my boys and talking about the stats, evaluating different things to come to the conclusions that we're going to come to on the Meta Mondays tomorrow. I also might rename it to literally Meta Wednesdays because I've realized I can't really do them on Mondays when the patches don't come out on Mondays. Don't know what I'm going to do about that.